Hi, welcome again to another episode on Chrys-O. I am Chris, I remain Chris, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, for the sake of those who are visiting for the first time, I talk about fully funded scholarship in the humanities, especially, but I do also talk about scholarships in other fields. In fact, in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about fully funded scholarship for those in studying agricultural science, life and natural sciences, and then environmental sciences. So if you are a visiting viewer, you are welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you always for tuning in. Your viewership is a source of huge encouragement for me, and I am grateful to you for always tuning in to watch. And to all of us, don't forget to leave a thumbs up for this video, and to encourage me, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends and acquaintances. And if you do have questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Yeah, that place. Leave your comment section. Leave your comments in that section. And yeah, welcome. So, if you do not already know, we are already in application season. Many schools all over North America, US, and Canada have opened their portals for applications to receive applications for enrollment in the fall of 2024. So, if you are looking for to go to graduate school, this is the time to apply. So, yes, and please stay tuned to this episode. I'll be dropping in some tips on how to go about graduate applications. I've already left some things in. If you check the list of my videos, you will find useful information. I have talked about, writing samples, research proposals, sending code emails, and what have you. Also, if you're a prospective graduate student who are looking to apply this fall, that is now, between now and January of 2024, this is right time to begin. Yeah. So, after a serious search, I found about four different schools in the US and Canada that offer fully funded scholarships for their MSc and PhD in agricultural science, food and land science, or whatever the name is, and environmental science too. So, but mostly like agricultural science, whether it is related to environment, to land and food, yes, all those things put together. So, I found these schools that offer, there are many schools, do not get me wrong, there are more schools than these four schools that I will be discussing today. So you can do your due diligence. I've already made a video on how to find hidden scholarships. So use that format and you will find many of similar fully funded scholarships in agricultural science and environmental science. So for today's episode, I'll be looking at one. The first school I'll be talking about is the University of Alberta in the US, in Canada, I mean. And then this school has fully funded MSc and PhD in agricultural science. In fact, it is the only school that has fully funded masters in agricultural science. Then secondly, I'll be looking at University of California, Berkeley. And thirdly, I'll be looking at University of British Columbia in Canada. And then fourthly, I'll be looking at the Cornell University in the US. So yeah, tighten your belt and buckle on your shoes. You are in for a ride. Come on in. So, like I said, the first school on our list is the University of Alberta. And from their website, they are offering 22,000 per year for Canadian students and permanent residents. And then for international students, they are offering 25,000 Canadian dollars. And here on their website, it says that as of 2016, the minimum stipend that qualifies as full funding support is approximately 2,000 Canadian dollars per year. So for their graduate research assistantship fellowships, it says, as of May, the minimum stipend support provided by a supervisor if student is accepted with graduate research assistantship fellowship support is 21,000 per year for master student and 23,000 per year for PhD students. So that is that for their graduate research assistantships. They have other kinds of scholarships. The Queen Elizabeth Graduate Scholarship, which is valued at 10,800 for MSc students and 50,000 for PhD student programs. They have the Killam Dissertation and Andrew Stewart Awards, 5,000 to 35,000 for PhD students, of course. So that is that regarding funding. You could check other kinds of different funding. They have departmental awards, they have in the department. It's all there under their funding opportunities page. And then let's look at what it would cost to apply to this school. Now, to apply to this school, you must have gone to you must be applying for a master's, you must have your 4-year undergraduate degree and must have scored 3.3 out of 4.0 GPA. That is about 2.1 to first class, right? So, yeah. And then don't forget, even if you have 2.2, there are other things you can do to leverage your chances of being admitted. So don't think because you do not have a 2.2, you do not have chance at all. No, you do have chance. So then, most importantly, for science programs, you need to secure a supervisor. So you need to send cold emails to supervisors that have the same thing that are doing the same thing that you are doing or have interest in the same areas, academic areas as you do. Mail them, asking them that you want them to be your supervisor. I've already talked about this. In one of my videos. So you see something will pop up there, so you could click it and see that video on sending cold emails or securing a supervisor. So then the third thing you need to do is fill in the online application form, which would ask you to upload your official transcripts, your official English language course. If you studied with English language, this is waived. Then your curriculum vitae, research statement, that is like research proposal, names and contacts of your 3 references. So that is that. These are the things they need to apply for this school. Don't forget to get linked to the funding and admission information to this program. Just check the description section of my video. Yes, that is that for the University of Alberta. So the second school on our list is the University of California, Berkeley. So in their Department of Agricultural and Resource Economics, I think this program joins both economics and agricultural science. And so if you're interested in agricultural science and economic related agricultural stuff, this school is for you, right? So their PhD, they only have PhD, and the good thing is that from your undergraduate, you do not need masters to apply for their PhD. So from your undergraduate, you are qualified to apply to this program so long as you have good grades and then you pass your GRE, right? You are qualified. So what do they need to apply to this school? Okay, before that, what are their funding like? Well, I did not see much of funding information, but on their page, they fully boast of offering fully funded scholarship. Let me read from their website. We are committed to supporting our students both academically and financially. It is the policy of our department to ensure that all our students are fully funded for at least 5 years, as long as they are making satisfactory academic progress. Full funding includes student fees, non-resident tuition, and a stipend. So they offer you pay your tuition, student fees, and then offer you stipend. So that is that for funding. I don't think so. If you read through, you see other funding information that they have on their website. So what do you need to apply to this program? Well, to apply to this program, you need the program is really competitive, I must say. You need your GRE. You need personal statement. You need letters of recommendations, and it is highly advised that if you do have publications, like if you have published in academic journals, it will favor you more for this program. it is not necessary, but it will sure show your capacity for research. And then they will check your transcripts, and then yeah, and the kind of courses that you've done. So that is that for this program, and do well to check my description, the description section of this video, to see further information on this for this program. Yes. So the third school on our list is the University of British Columbia in British Columbia, Canada. So the faculty where this program is located is Land and Food Systems. You see, it is not, so if you are searching for agricultural science at the University of British Columbia, you might not see any information. Rather, the agricultural sciences in their land and food system. So what is their funding like? On their website, it says all newly admitted graduate students in research-based master's and PhD program are supported by a minimum funding package of 16,000 per year for 2 years for master's students, and then 22,000 for each of the first 4 years of PhD students, provided they maintain good academic standing. So this is the minimum base funding they offer in this department. They have other kinds of funding that the student can qualify to apply. For example, these 4-year fellowships, I have talked about it in my previous some of my previous episode. So you also qualify to apply for this fellowship, 4-year fellowship at the University of British Columbia. So this particular 4-year fellowship offers 8,200 Canadian dollars and tuition. So, but it's only for PhD students, right? And yeah, so for master's students, there is another scholarship called the Canadian Graduate Scholarships Master's Program. So this one is valued at 17,500 Canadian dollars. So that is that for funding at the University of British Columbia. And what do you need to apply for this program? Well, alongside your research proposal, your transcript, your CV, your online application form, your personal statement or statement of purpose, whichever way, you also need to secure a supervisor before you apply to the school. So this program, alongside University of Alberta so far, needs you to secure a supervisor. And like I said before, I've made videos on how to secure a supervisor. So check my video on cold emails. You will get useful information about this. So this is it for the University of British Columbia, and then let us move to the last school on our list today. So the last school on our list is the Cornell University, and the agricultural science program is housed in the College of Agricultural and Life Sciences. So they have two kinds of masters in this university. So if you're applying to this school, just make sure you're applying to the right program, right? So the first master's is a master's of food science. It is not funded. Any student applying to this program funds their education by themselves. However, their masters of science and their PhD are fully funded. In fact, if they can't fund you, they can't admit you. So this is what this is what is said on their website. All MS and PhD candidates admitted to our program must be fully funded either by an outside fellowship like Fulbright or a department assistantship or faculty research funds. So must be funded. Their masters of science and their PhDs are fully funded. So department assistantship and faculty research funds, all admitted PhD and master's students will have financial support in the form of tuition, health insurance, and living stipend. So the funding this program offers you covers your tuition, health insurance, and living stipend. So, and there is no separate application needed to apply for funding in these programs, right? So once you submit your application, you are being considered automatically. So what do they need to apply for this program? So to apply for this program, what are the deadlines? The deadlines is if you want to get in by August admission period, September 1st to December 1st. So the application is already open for for August of next year. And then for January admission period, July 15 to September 1st. That means this is past. So if you are looking to go to this school by August, you should start applying. So what else do they need? This is the application checklist. They would need application form, academic statement of purpose, personal statement, resume, transcript, 2 to 3 letters of recommendation, TOEFL for those who would be required to write TOEFL. Remember, this standardized English text can be waived for those who studied with English language. And if you notice something, this school has two different kinds of requirement, two different kinds of statement. They have academic statement of purpose and personal statement. There are two different things, and it is good I made that clarification now. So an academic statement of purpose is a statement that describes your research areas of research interest. What areas in agricultural science are you interested in? What research experiences have you in these areas? Or what research questions do you hope to address through this program that you are applying to or you are applying for, right? And then personal statement is, personal, like the name suggests, it's about yourself, what has led you to want to apply to this program, what hardships have you encountered all the while you are studying. Just tell your story, something that relates to the to your interest in the field that you now want to apply to them. So please do make sure to go through the admission page. You see different other things you need to know about applying to this program. So far, I have not seen anything that relates to you applying, securing a supervisor before you apply, before you get in. So if I were you, I would target this school and the University of California, Berkeley, because of the fact that they do not need to a supervisor before applying, right? So that is that for this school, and that is the last school on our list today. So before we call it a day, I have some important tips that I want to leave for you, for those who would be preparing to apply to any one of these programs that I have discussed today. If you graduated with 2-2, if you are not sure of your academic performance and your research experience, apply for the MS program, for the MSc program first. Make application to MSc program your priority. And amongst these 4 schools that I've mentioned today, about 3 of them have fully funded master's program: University of British Columbia, University of Alberta, and then Cornell University. These 3 programs have master's programs, so if I were you, I would focus on them. Don't forget, University of Alberta and University of British Columbia needs you to secure a supervisor. Don't forget that. The second tip I will leave to you is, because of the time frame, I will advise you to apply to Cornell University and the University of Berkeley, because no supervisor is needed. University of California, Berkeley. Then the third tip I will leave for you is, take note of the difference between personal statement and statement of purpose, SOP. They are two different kinds of statements. So for any school that they only ask you for one of them, like if they ask you personal statement and you did not say any other statement, just make your personal statement to be both your academic areas of research, academic interest, and your personal story that informed your decision to do this program that you want to do, that you're applying for. I have made videos on how to write statement of purpose, so make reference to that. However, if you're applying to programs that make these two distinctions, that ask for these two things, personal statement and academic statement of purpose, make sure that your personal statement is about your personal career goals, how your journey so far and how you've arrived to, you know, to your current position or to your current, academic level or whatever, your personal stories, your challenges and things like that. And then while using your statement of purpose or academic statement of research to focus on your research experiences and things like that. And then the fourth tip I will leave is, please, for those of you who will be applying to schools that do require you to secure a supervisor before applying to the program, please check my video on how to send cold emails. Now, what does it mean to secure a supervisor? Some schools would want you to reach out to supervisor, tell your supervisor, these are the things your areas of interest align with my areas of interest, and these are some of the things I would like to study during my undergraduate research. If you are willing to supervise me, I would really appreciate it. So if that professors look at your credentials and maybe your statement of purpose and the letters and find you worthy and say, okay, yes, I will supervise you. So that, if that professor acquiesces, that agrees that they will supervise you, then you apply. So for those students, please check my video on how to send cold emails. If you watch the video, you would also know why it is called cold emails. Then fifth, please don't rely on only these four programs that I have listed. There are many other programs that offer fully funded masters and PhD programs, although you would more likely see fully funded PhD programs than masters programs. So to find these programs, please check my video on how to find hidden scholarship. It will give you a guide on how to find more programs in this field. And then fifth and the sixth tip I would drop for you is, apply for PhD if you graduated with first class and you are sure that you have good research experiences. Target the PhD because there's no need to waste time doing masters, right? But in all, have apply to both programs. Maybe if I were you, apply to 2 masters program and apply to 2 PhD programs. Spread them like that. Yeah. So that is that. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you again for tuning in, for coming to watch this episode. Please help me to share this video to your friends and to your friends, to your acquaintances, and to you never know who might find this video useful. So please help me to share it. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave me a thumbs up, and most especially, if you have your questions, please leave them in the comment section below. You can as well send me a private email. Yeah. Thank you very much, and see you next week. Bye bye.